We're geniuses.
Every episode is political somehow.
Everything's political, dude.
If it's not political, it's not important.
Yeah, everything's politics.
Everything's everything.
I guess we can just jump right into an intro. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Bird Soup Podcast.
We're
episode 20.
Is it 20?
Yeah.
We're almost at half a year.
You're number 20.
Holy
You're
shit.
20, buddy.
With our friend Shawn Lutz.
Shawn Lutz. Shawn Too Tall Lutz.
That's me.
That's what they call him. That's what I call him. Because anyone taller than me is too tall.
Jew tall.
Jew tall. He's not just tall, ladies and gentlemen. He is Jewish.
Jewbacca, they like to call me.
Jewbacca.
It's like the Chewbacca scream, but it's like really nasally.
It was great. Andy called me Jewbacca at the roast. I thought it was great.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That'll stick.
Yeah.
If it impressions on you.
I might start signing up as that.
Jewbacca, like in quotes, like Eli Danger Kelly, like oh man,
Eli Rapist Kelly.
Yeah, dude. I mean, no, you gotta wait for the allegations and then you change your name. Yeah. That's really what it is.
Eli Alleged Rapist Kelly.
Eli disappear for 1 year and then change his name Kelly.
Yo, you got a really passive aggressive vibe right now.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I got no
my face, yeah. I was like, that was real. That was a real thing that happened.
I got no beef with him anymore, man. I'm just, I don't care. And it doesn't, like, matter.
No, it doesn't.
And, like, honestly, like, after Wednesday, Lutz.
Oh, yeah, we got to get into that.
Oh, my God.
Because I had
way bigger threats to my life.
Aruga.
Aruga?
Aruga.
I need context here.
So, all right. Yeah, you want to do it? You were on stage when it all started.
Well, okay, yeah. So what happened, and you could tell your perspective from
all the way up there.
After what I say, but so I was like, it was already a rambunctious night. Yeah. Crowd of 4.
They're mostly old. So setting the scene. This is Milkie's. Wednesday night.
Yes.
Last Wednesday.
Wednesday night open mic. Crowd of 4 people.
We'll say they all had, let's say, crackhead vibes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
alarming energies.
Yes.
It sounds. Yeah.
And then one of them was like not. I guess he had been like banned from drinking there before.
That's not good.
Yeah, well,
that's never a good thing.
He came up. He sat down to this random. He's like, "Hey, can I sit with you guys? You guys want some beers?"
Yeah.
He stumbles up to the bar.
And he had a cane.
Yes,
he was like an old dude with a cane.
Stumbles up to the bar.
The guy that talks like that can barely walk.
Nikki is immediately like, "I can't serve you.
Yeah,
You're too drunk." He's like. And he immediately starts freaking out. He's like, "This is because I'm black?"
Yeah, right.
Dion is sitting like right there.
Yeah.
And Dion just looks over. He's like, "I'm black, dog. That ain't it." And it just, Nikki comes out around the other side of the bar. He starts screaming. Yeah. Jesse gets involved.
Oh my
His
God.
friend comes over and like starts showing pictures of him in like a suit and a tie.
Yeah.
Like, see, no, this is a good guy.
It's so goofy.
He cleans up. Look at him.
He was doing that to me. So, like, this guy who came in, he was like, I walk on stage and he's just immediately aggressively talking to Tanya.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And he was being weird with Tanya all night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Tanya's, like, too quiet to, like, say anything or whatever.
And she is on stage?
No, like, she's, like, sitting at, like, one of the front tables.
Oh, okay.
And he's, like, sitting right there. I'm on stage and he's like, "Well, you want to, like, you know, I like you, like, you gotta, like," whatever he was saying.
Later in the night, though, he had what I thought was the funniest way to get someone's number. He kept saying he knew Mike Epps. And he told Tanya, he's like, "Hey, give me your number. I'll have Mike Epps text you."
To get a text from a famous person is like, it might be them. I think so.
Dude, yeah.
This looks like something they would say.
Dude, it was so funny, too, because, like, after it all, this is, like, a later point in the night, too, when me and him were, like, squashing it.
Yeah.
He was just berating me, and I was like, dude, I was just whatever.
So you were on stage and...
Yeah, this is like after, but just
okay.
One guy,
you gotta go back. Like this is we're switching timelines.
Yeah, we're going. Okay, so I'm on stage, and I just immediately like he was like
one guy had paint all over his clothes,
and that's what. So
that's a red flag.
The first guy I made fun of. The first guy I made fun of was like dressed in all camo.
Yeah,
and I was just making fun of like full not ghillie suit, but like the hunter's
like
camo.
Bobby Bacala on the Pine Barrens episode.
Yes,
he was wearing that.
Yes, exactly like Bobby Bacala in the Pine Barrens episode. And
this is in The Wire?
Hell yeah.
No, it's The Sopranos.
Oh, Sopranos. Yeah, I haven't watched that either.
What?
I know.
Oh my God.
I'm a disappointment.
Yeah, what a loser.
I get it.
And then so his friend, who had all the pain over him, and this is when I went off the rails, because then his friend was laughing, and like his friend seemed like more into it, so I was like, all right, I'll involve him too.
Right.
And I was like, do you ever get any fucking paint on the walls? Because he's like just covered in paint. And then that's when it fucking hit like 11, because then the other guy's like, you're coming after my cousin. This my cousin. And then he's like, you coming at me because we're black. We're doing
right.
like.
At this point, I'm in the other room, but I just hear he just starts going, Marine Corps!
Yeah.
Marine Corps!
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Marine Corps!
It's so insane.
And then he starts
That's too much.
And then he starts going, Aruga! Aruga, which is not a thing they say in the Marine Corps. They say oorah.
I don't think he. Dude,
but he was going Aruga.
Aruba, Jamaica.
And it's so
Girl,
funny.
I want to take you.
Jamaica. Ooh, I want to make you.
Yeah, and it's so funny because when he, like, after the fact, what you're saying, like, this is not a thing they say, there's no way he was in the Marine Corps, because he was also like, yeah, you were making fun of me for this army shit. I was like, no, I was making fun of you because you were wearing hunter's camo. That is not, you weren't wearing army shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was not making fun of you for being in the army.
It's an urban militia.
Yeah,
This is
dude,
Wait, the camo guy was also in the Marine Corps? Because it was the dude with the cane who was going Aruga.
I know, because they were both. But
They
then
were
the
both
camo guy,
Marines.
There was
were
a squad.
both
It was a
apparently
squadron.
Marine. And then, dude, the guy with the cane walked up to the stage and went like this to me. And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
God.
And then,
Because he wasn't wearing like military
No,
camo.
nothing
It
at
was
all.
like something you'd buy at like Dick's.
and he was like,
Stolen valor.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And he was like, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you.
Right.
And I was like, dude, what the? I didn't think so. It's okay.
That's like a wrestling
And then
promo.
the guy who set it all off, like the guy who they were all mad that I was making fun of, totally cool with it.
Yeah,
Like he came up to me, shook my hand after, he's like, it's all good fun. I didn't take it personal. But this other guy was like, that's my fucking cousin. He makes $80,000 a week. And I was like, no, he doesn't. For sure does not make $80,000 a week. And
If you make that kind of money, you don't go to Milkie.
Here's the thing.
That's just what happens.
That's his net income.
Right.
But $79,950 of that goes to wasted paint.
Yeah,
100%.
right. Yep.
100%.
He's investing in his business. I get it.
No. That's just the paint that winds up on his shirt.
Well, eventually, like more and more of it will get on there.
Every shirt he owns has $79,000 worth of paint.
Yeah, 100%. And then, dude,
that's
and it's so
insane.
funny because like the picture thing is like what he was like doing, because he must have he did that for everybody. He's like showed me pictures. He's like, that's my cousin and my landlord. And I was like, what? I don't.
He's giving you a slideshow in the middle of a comedy.
It's like, why are you vouching for him?
And at one point, the one girl, what was his name? Like Stephanie Fire
Yeah,
or something
like that.
God.
They all went up, but she was like planning on going up.
Right.
She starts yelling at the three of them. She's like, "You guys are fucking this up. I need to go up, and you're ruining this."
Yeah, she was fucking pissed. She was like,
Holy
she was
shit.
like, oh, dude, she was like trying
And
to
using her
apologize
time
to me.
to do that?
No.
This
This
is
is before
in the
she
audience.
goes up. She's in the audience screaming at her friends.
Yeah, and so she's like trying to like calm it down, but her solution for calming it down is screaming at everyone.
It's like, there's a
course.
fire right now. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and put this out
Yeah.
with gasoline.
Dude, and he just started
It's
showing
okay.
me.
It's okay. I have a lighter. We can make this bigger.
Dude, and he kept saying too, like it was really funny because he was a black dude, but he seemed like way more focused on the fact that like he was Irish.
Right.
And, like,
that's right.
And like that was like
Is
the
he black
main
and
his
Irish?
main struggle was having been Irish. Like he's like, nah, dude, my mom white Irish. And I was
Right.
like, okay, like what? Why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
And I was like, it was just so fucking funny to me.
It's
in
a
my
backstory.
head. He's like He's like, the reason that he struggled in life is because he was Irish.
He's the
Like,
guy. He's the
100%.
guy that Liam Neeson was looking for.
Right.
He's the
Yeah.
guy that Liam Neeson was wandering the streets of
Yeah.
Belfast with
Like,
a Kosh,
and it was
looking
so
for some
weird.
black
And he's like,
fella.
That's insane.
And he's like, yeah, so we're brothers. I'm like, no, we're not. But it was just so fucking weird.
Hey, I'm Irish too, man.
And he was like,
What's up?
but you
no.
fucked up. You came after the only black people here. I'm like,
Right.
No,
You're the
no.
only people
There's-
here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's literally what I told him. I'm like, you're not the only black. You're the only people.
Yeah.
Like you
100%
of the audience is black. It's not anything to do with that. But and then he's
But
like
100% of all 4 people
and then
here are black.
he's like trying to like intimidate me like with the Mike Epps thing, like, oh, you know who I know. And he starts showing me pictures and he's like, dude, this is Chris James.
Right.
Like, who? Like he's showing me pictures of nobody.
Who's Chris James?
I don't know. He's like, you don't know who that is?
Did he have any pictures of him with Mike Epps?
No.
There's no way.
Of course.
There's no way.
He's just looking up on Google like Mike Epps. He's like, look at this. How did I get this on my phone if I don't know him?
ChatGPT, make me a picture of me with Mike Epps.
Yeah. Dude, it's so fucking So there was just
I would know a ChatGPT
insane.
picture of Mike Epps. That dude, me and him go way back, dude. I know that guy. Who doesn't know Mike Epps? You know what I mean? It's
me and him went to high school together.
Oh, dude. Yeah, he was in my best friend's soccer games growing up.
He was the best man at my sister's wedding.
Yeah, dude. He knows, like, he's around.
Man.
He gets around.
Yeah.
And like, out of all celebrities you could ask to be your friend, it's like, that's the easiest one. He's just like, he's giving it away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. It was just a very interesting night.
But yeah, and then
that's wild.
Stephanie Fire, their lady friend, goes up.
So, definitely a porn name.
Immediately.
Like, for sure.
I've seen her before. She's gone. I saw her like a few months ago. She went up.
Yeah.
She went up and immediately she's like, I got 7 kids and hate all of them. Fuck them kids, bitch.
Yeah.
She must have said bitch 40 times in her 4 minutes she was up there.
Dude, but that was the other guy's punchline. The camel guy had the same, like, he kept going, bitch. Like,
I think her bitch hit a little harder.
Yeah, no, it was like drawn out more, but he was like, bitch. Like, you know, like he
different flavors.
And he just was like, and like he was like trying to talk like he was like a veteran comic and like I fucked up. I'm like, no, dude, I made fun of you well, and then
he's not. To clarify, he's not a veteran comic. He's a veteran slash comic in quotes.
Yeah, dude, a veteran,
a militiaman,
because he did one open mic.
The Stolen Valor unit, dude. This dude's dressed, he's dressed like fucking Dale Gribble. And he's like, I'm in the fucking, dude, I was in the Marines. Like, Aruga. Nah, man,
if you get a crowd to say it, then it's okay. Then it's like, it's your squad. That's just what.
I don't know like where they got off. Like, it was like, really fucking hilarious, though.
And like, that is like, it does feel like that's one of those nights where that all happens, and then you'll never see that group of people again in your life. Like, they're gone.
I hope you're right, but I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to be back.
Did they?
I feel like these guys are going to be recurring characters.
Were they like being?
Because I've seen the girl before.
Yeah.
I'd never seen the guys. I had seen the girl for sure.
Did they seem at the end of the night like that was what they intended to come out and go? Like the night went as planned for them? Or did it like go off the rails?
I think it deviated a little bit.
But like
from what they
had expected.
Like not very much.
No, enough to be like, well, that was fun.
Well, at one point, here's the thing. Jesse bumped Kat and put Stephanie in front of her.
Oh, that's crazy.
Here's the thing.
Just
His
to get her out of there?
was, all right, if we just put her, because she was originally like way last on the list. He's like, well, they're all waiting to see her.
Right.
If we just put her up now, maybe they'll calm down a bit and hopefully leave. But no, they stayed the whole night.
And the camel guy went last.
Yeah, he went last.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't see I left right before that. I left right before Eli Danger went up. I'm like, all right.
Oh, he was there too?
Yeah, he was there.
Wait, no, I avoided. No, so I think Eli might have been last. I don't remember, I didn't see Eli at all.
Well, the one guy.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? No, you know what? Because the one guy was up and like donated some of his time to the other guy. Bob, come get the mic.
Yeah, dude, he brought his cousin and landlord up.
Bob, come get the mic, Bob.
And then the guy had no jokes.
Bob didn't want to go up. He's like,
I
don't. He's like at the door trying to go outside and smoke a cigarette, and his friend is just screaming at him from the stage. Bob,
get up here.
Too much.
Bob, come get the mic.
It's so funny, dude. This guy is my cousin and landlord. It's Bob.
That's the
makes $80,000 a week,
dude. $80,000. Jesus Christ.
$80,000.
That's so much money.
That's insane.
Oh my god.
There's no way that you
lottery winner
there's
level.
no way that you would dress like that if you made $80,000 a week.
Hey, how do you think he got to that level of wealth? All right, by not wasting it on shirts.
Right.
I've wearing a shirt for 30 years.
My shirt gets dirty, just paint over it.
I got a new shirt. I just made this shirt.
This is actually, I know it looks like a t-shirt covered in paint, but this at one time was an Armani suit. I painted it to look like a t-shirt and then painted it again to make it look like a shittier t-shirt.
I'm a bit of a fashion designer.
Dude, you know how much money I
calling
save on the
Kanye.
washing machine? Dude, just paint over it. Just fucking...
Paint is antibacterial.
He's like, yeah, dude, I'm going to get my shirt restored. like a fucking Renaissance painting.
I'm dipping it this year.
The shirt's just 600 pounds because it just keeps getting bigger and bigger every time he adds paint. The shirt, this is a deep cut, but the shirt is just the mural that Hal was making and Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh,
do either of you remember?
Yeah,
where he's just taking buckets of paint and just chucking them on, and it's just like a foot wide because he can never get it right.
Jesus Christ.
That is a deep cut. Holy shit.
That's got to be in the middle seasons. One of the middle seasons.
Yeah, it's like towards the end, I want to say, but...
I would imagine.
Then he finally gets it, like, perfect. He's finally happy with it, and then it just collapses because of the sheer weight of how much paint is on this canvas.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the guy, like, gets stuck in a door because he's got so many layers. I don't know if that story is going to be interesting to anybody at all, but it's funny to me. Like, I feel like you have to, like... Like, I don't know how much of that story is, like, you have to have been there.
No, I mean,
it was, like, truly an insane...
That
I don't know
like
that we could do it justice at all.
No.
It was...
Well, it's hard to capture someone like that in, remembrance or, like, it's...
You should have them on the podcast.
I was going to say.
That'd be insane, dude.
I can't give those people my address. I live here. All my stuff is here, so...
I just loved at the end too. He kept being like, "We're brothers, dude." He's like, and then he gave me the pass.
We're Irish brothers.
He said, "You got to go on stage and say it."
Oh, really?
No.
You had already gone up at this point.
Yeah,
you're Irish. You can say it.
He's like, "Get on stage and go say the N-word because you can, because we're brothers."
Yeah. Well, no. Remember when he told Tanya? He's like, "I told you should have said the N-word."
Yeah,
you should have said the
same
N-word.
shtick to me. He was like, "You could say it because we're brothers, because I'm Irish." I'm
that's
like,
bait.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think you can say it because you're Irish. I don't think that's the reason that you're allowed to say that word.
Dude, Cillian Murphy says it all the time.
Like a guy who just can't like logically figure something. Like it's all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
When we were outside, he kept saying, "Listen, man, there's a difference between white N-words and black N-words."
I'm like, yeah, there's a big difference for sure.
Usually the last syllable.
Let me tell you guys are white N-words.
Yeah. He came up to me at one point, like he came like out of the bathroom, and he's like, "Man, he was really mad at me at first. He must have cooled down in the bathroom or smoked or something."
Jesus.
And he comes out and he goes, "Man, you got balls." And I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, all you said
by hanging out with this
you made a joke about the
crew?
paint on his fucking sweater.
Yeah, and it was like, it was nothing like, I wasn't like, I wasn't, Kramering up there, dude. I wasn't fucking...
Well, it's one of those things where it's like that small little aside is like the foot in the door for them to be like, all right, now this is back and forth.
This is mine now.
Now we're doing
now
this.
my show.
You poked the bear, dude.
Yeah, just gonna incoherently yell about the Marine Corps and fucking...
Not even about the Marine Corps.
It would be funny if
Marine Corps.
If it was all a bit, and they're like, "Hey, good night, man."
Yeah,
it's just like live sketch comedy.
They're improv guys. They're improv guys, dude. They were yes-anding the night, dude.
Ashton Kutcher comes out of the back. He's like, "You guys have just been punked."
Oh my god,
dude, it's so funny.
You got punked by the Marines.
To imagine that those guys are just improv guys sneaking into the open, the stand-up versus improv feud. And they're double agents, dude.
Their colonel comes out and vouches for them.
Yeah, dude. It's like
Colonel Alec,
like that
someone named Alec.
that Japanese soldier who's fighting in the Philippines in the 70s.
60 years after,
and he wouldn't surrender until they brought his commanding officer. You need to bring like their commanding officer to have them stop heckling.
At ease, soldiers.
They have to drag out a 97-year-old Japanese dude.
Of course.
It's over. It's over. You can stop.
Well, that's
a Japanese Irish man.
That's hilarious too. Because
I don't know what that accent was.
They brought his lieutenant too, and he's like, "That's bullshit. Bring me the colonel." Dude.
Give me the higher ups, dude. I don't fucking believe he's a psyop. This is a psyop mission. He's trying to get me to stop.
Get me the general. Like, sorry, he's been executed. We can't get you the general.
Funny thing about the general, dude.
He's actually in U.S. custody. We can't really do much about that.
They vaporized him, actually.
Well, then get me the general who does the car insurance.
Right. Give me Shaq. Shaq needs to tell me it's all right.
Can you imagine, too, if they had the general insurance, and that's why they thought they were in the Marine Corps?
That is what it is. Yeah.
Like, I supported, I had a 5-star general.
Look, my insurance ID cards have the guy with the mustache on it. Aruga.
They're like, yeah,
that's the general insurance like sign off. Like that's Geico has fucking the gecko, and you know
you're trying to get into Area 51 with an email from the general fucking auto insurance. Like I'm from the general himself.
I got a quote from you guys.
You're trying to pull out a security clearance. It's just your insurance ID cards.
Yeah. I got 6 months premium.
You're like, sir, that's a progressive.
I'm paid in full, man.
Now show me the aliens.
I'm cashing in. I spend $150 every month. I get to go in there.
I get accident forgiveness, motherfucker. Show me the ships.
Yeah.
I crashed my car getting here. I gotta use you twice now.
What am I paying for? I'm paying for all this UFO insurance.
Not maintenance. It's just crash prevention. It's not. General maintenance is still up to you. You have to get your own cyclones to fucking power your ship. Cyclones is a thing, right? I didn't just make that up.
What is that? A cyclone?
A cyclone.
What the fuck is it? Like ZY?
CY.
XY? Right?
I just feel like I was trying to think of a word for spaceship powered, like, you know, some sort of what's like the Marvel thing? The
vibranium?
Vibranium is the
power source.
Is it the power source?
I think so.
I thought that was the metal.
Really
there was like a certain like.
I think it's a metal that emits some sort of radiation or something.
Yeah,
it's a metal, but I think it's also can be used a power source.
Right. And that's what I think. Cyclones is a thing.
Well, what's a cyclone?
Yeah,
I don't think it's real. I think I'm making it up, but it sounds like it's real.
Theoretically,
I read it in a book once.
Connor just let go of some secret documents. At the end.
Shit! He's like, I wasn't supposed to say that. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's fake.
You just get shot in the head. You get sniped.
This is when we find out Connor worked at Area 51.
Yeah, no, we got to turn off the lights.
Of the month at Area 51.
I was, yeah.
He's working with Dr. Oken.
Yeah.
Yep.
He won a pizza party.
Bob Lazar. Dude, me and Bob Lazar go way back.
Isn't that guy just a dumb liar, basically?
It's probably.
Didn't he have some...
we don't know. You can't
Didn't he have a scandal where he was running a brothel with his first wife?
That would be amazing.
I don't know. He ran like a chemical company.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I thought he was doing like weird like swinger stuff with that, like his
maybe that's a
tie. Here's the thing, though, that adds credence to the fact that he worked.
That's what I'm saying, because they're trying to.
They say all those like Air Force pilots are all swingers.
Yep.
So like Area 51, that's like the top secret Air Force base.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If he's a swinger, that makes me think he was working.
That's
at Area 51.
They're super swingers.
That does not discredit him.
It's like a thing. It's like a thing with pilots because it's like if I die, you fuck my wife.
Yeah.
Right? Like if one of us gets home, my wife still gets the pipe.
And if you're out there piloting a discovered UFO. You need someone to fuck your wife.
100%. No, and then that's like that's your ripcord. It's like you have a parachute in the cockpit, and then you have a parachute out of the saves your wife's life.
If a pilot falls into enemy hands, they're also immediately castrated. That's how the Chinese do, dude. They instantly
take away the one thing you want in life. You know.
That's why. Behind enemy lines, fucking, he was so afraid of getting captured, dude, because they're gonna castrate him instantly.
They're gonna take my dick, dude.
Yeah,
that's why Trump shit on John McCain. He's like, I don't like people who are captured, and folks, he didn't even let someone fuck his wife. When he was in that Vietnamese camp, folks, you'd think he'd be letting somebody fuck his wife, but no, he made her wait. He's a selfish son of a bitch, folks.
Does anybody even know if he has a dick still? He won't show anybody his cock. He doesn't have one. He's trans.
John McCain is trans.
John McCain was trans
for sure.
He got castrated in a Vietnamese prison camp.
He was like involuntarily trans. You know what I mean? Like he didn't ask for it, but they made it happen.
He got trans for the dirty commies.
They transed him, dude.
They transed him.
Sorry.
The fucking dirty communist Vietnamese.
They got their Thai doctor to do it.
Right. Good premiums. He's got good premiums. They got healthcare over there.
John McCain spent like 8 years as a Vietnamese ladyboy.
It's possible. That was the war camp he was in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was just working at a brothel, and he's like, "Let's make it sound like I got tortured a little bit more."
Well, if you're gonna be bottomy, you want to be bottomy in Asia.
When they buried him, they had the state funeral.
You get what I'm saying, dude?
When they buried him, they had the state funeral. The words they put on his tombstone were just "Me love you long time."
right.
Me sucky real good, dude. John McCain. Can you imagine?
No, that's my president.
My president. John McCain is like too buku.
John McCain won't fuck a black dude because his dick's too big. Let me tell you, you're too buku. You're too buku. I can't handle it.
He's got a Vietnamese pimp.
He just goes up to a black dude, like when he voted no on that healthcare bill. He just goes up to him and just gives him the thumbs down. You're too buku.
You need a definitely. There's steps to it. You know, you can't just go all in right away.
That's what I was saying though. It's like if you're gonna be a bottom,
you gotta start
bottom. Asia's the place to be.
That's the beginner stage.
Yeah,
and then you gradually work your way up.
Bottoming in China.
It's a tutorial.
Yeah, the tutorial level. Beginner.
Eventually, you make it to Korea, then you can come back to the States.
Oh yeah. That's your ticket out. You know, it's like how they have voluntary or involuntary military service, but it's involuntary ladyboy service. You got to be the ladyboy for at least 2 years just to get what it's like. You need the perspective.
Yeah, dude, the involuntary ladyboy service is still don't ask, don't tell, though. Like, I really don't know.
You're gonna get fucked, but you can't be gay. Don't let anyone know if you like it or not.
You're 6 inches deep in John McCain. You're like, I don't know, man. Not gonna ask. He won't say anything.
I feel like this guy likes this, but I can't.
None of my business.
I can't. If you go, ooh, you like that, you're immediately cut off.
Yeah. Right. Oh, that's so funny.
They have surveillance. They'll know. They hear you. Big Brother's there.
The ladyboy division.
They got GoPros in the fucking ladyboy.
Why does this company run on that, dude? Why did they try to get rid of all the trans people?
Involuntary ladyboy service?
Yeah, the ladyboy draft.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm running for office. I'm doing it.
Doing it. I want to draft ladyboy.
In 7 years, when I'm eligible to run for president, that will be my platform.
I mean, you're going to kill it. I think that'll be...
immediate American naturalization for all ladyboys worldwide.
That's what's keeping the parties from uniting. Is we do not see eye to eye on the ladyboy front, and it's once you explain it how we're explaining it right now, then everyone will understand.
Oh my god, that would have been that would have been a great response when the guy in the audience was like, "You haven't do anything to serve your country." He yelled that in the audience at Milkie's. If you could have just hit him with, "I was in the ladyboy service, sir."
I'm on the front lines.
Yeah, that was deep in it. You know, I was in the trenches. Bangkok.
Someone was in my trenches.
Fuck it.
That's for sure. Oh my god.
Fucking Saigon, dude.
You know how many tours I took?
I went to the fucking I went to Faux Dollar.
Yeah.
It's over there.
Faux Dollar. Is that the name of the
Cafe.
Faux Dollar, dude. That is one of the Vietnamese restaurants around here, isn't it?
Is it?
Isn't the one on Niagara? It's on Niagara Street.
Well, it's West Ferry.
Oh, okay, right.
It's the one around the corner.
I've never been to that. I don't think I've ever had Vietnamese food.
It's pretty good.
Never?
You never had pho?
I don't think so. No.
I haven't had pho, but...
You know
have I had Vietnamese food? I don't know.
Pho is Vietnamese.
Is that the only one?
That's
they got
like
other
their
stuff?
main thing.
Yeah.
That's like their main...
You know what I found out recently? Like, Thailand has a population like comparable to like Laos or Vietnam or Vietnam.
Really?
But there are 100 times more Thai restaurants than either of those.
Yeah. I don't know why.
It's because the Thai government subsidizes people to go abroad and open up restaurants because they think it'll like promote tourism in Thailand.
And,
smart.
Yeah, dude,
and it works.
It works perfectly.
Pad Thai was completely contrived. It wasn't Like, it was like a very recent invention.
Yeah, there was a leader of Thailand in like the 60s who's like, we need a national dish that's not rice-based so that like people abroad will eat it.
And they invented
people like rice.
Yeah.
But it's the noodles.
Rice is delicious. Like everyone, rice is good, but everyone does rice. Thai curry everywhere in Asia, India, Mexico. Like, really, there's not any country that's not known for rice.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta separate yourself.
Thai food, dude.
It's branding. I mean, I'm fucking hungry.
I'm hungry as shit, dude.
But
I can't wait to crush some fucking fingers or something.
Yeah.
Some onion rings with the special sauce.
I'm gonna eat. Ooh, yeah, dude. Yeah, everyone go to Milkie's. If you're in Buffalo, you gotta go to Milkie's, dude. That food, the atmosphere.
Shout out to Milkie's.
Shout out Milkie's. Shout out Nikki.
Just don't go last Wednesday.
Don't go.
Yeah, you may find.
Don't go midweek at the
Aruga.
Yeah, you may find an enthusiastic group of alleged veterans, but other than that, it's great.
They're like, no, I said veterinarian.
No, I thought they were improv. It's the improv.
That's what the dog said.
This guy, he fucking just completely sloshed off of one beer, dude.
Oh my god.
Well, he came in hammered already.
He was super fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess he had been in before, and something always happens.
Yeah.
Is what Nikki said.
Oh,
that sounds about right.
Yeah, and then
I can
lo and behold, something happened.
I with those, he was there the week before. He comes in. He's like, "Good evening, folks. How are you doing on this lovely evening?
Top of the morning.
May I please have one beer, please?"
He's actually a corporate lawyer, dude.
That was his off night. You just gotta let him hang it out, you know. Everyone's got to express their true selves.
He's
sometimes.
representing the Marines in the Camp Lejeune class action lawsuit.
He's an honorary Marine. Oh, he wasn't in the Marines. He was representing them. I see.
Did you see that guy who was like selling kids got pardoned?
But that's a wild way to bring that up.
Who's selling kids?
It was a famous court case from like 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago or something.
What?
Or like where this...
And he was convicted?
Two judges would take money in exchange for incarcerating prisons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I watched the documentary about that.
And he got pardoned.
Judge Chivarella, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Chivarella.
When did he get pardoned? Was that recently?
Yeah, like 2 days ago.
Jesus Christ.
Dude,
Biden's handing him out.
Well, because he got taken out of prison during COVID. So he was on house arrest. And so Biden did a blanket pardon for all nonviolent crime on house arrest.
Right.
And so I don't know how that's not violent.
Yeah, that's selling a child to the prison system for a case. Like, you're destroying them. Like, that's violence for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's more emotionally violent.
Literally shoot them in the head.
Yeah.
But because
that's
like
insane.
The crime isn't putting the kid in prison, it's taking a kickback for it.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Because, like, in theory, he was, like, within his rights.
Yeah.
Like, he would condemn them within the confines of the law.
Yeah, but you also can't let that happen.
This kid fired a spitball in his English class, and he sent him to prison for 10 months.
Oh, yeah, no. That's... I mean, obviously, that is a terrible thing.
It was, like, worse sentences, too. Like, there'd be, like... somebody, like, threatened a principal and, like, got, like, 15 years or some shit. Like,
what?
Like, a vice... It was, some
like
ridiculous...
a kid?
Yeah, a kid.
I think it would be very funny if someone gets a kickback for sending him back to prison.
Oh, God, that'd be so
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
funny.
They're just bouncing him around. He's just back and forth.
Everyone just gets $40 and a Wendy's gift card. Like, yeah, I'll send him back.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I gotta eat. I love Wendy's.
Wendy's is good. There were some of my favorite fast food. I just tried Wendy's breakfast for the first time last week. Very good.
Really?
Top tier.
Oh, I'm scared.
I was at a Wendy's in Deposit, New York. Just middle of nowhere. Driving from Long Island to Buffalo.
Jesus
it was
Christ.
like, I don't know, 8 a.m. I'm like, oh, Wendy's. And they were doing breakfast. Phenomenal.
Dude, shout out to Deposit Wendy's,
breakfast
dude.
goes, they are top tier.
Is that a new thing?
I think they started doing it, I want to say, like 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was when I lived in Williamsville. If you remember, I think that was 2021.
You're just crushing some hash browns? Like, what is it?
No,
typical,
I've never
fast
had
food
it.
Stuff.
I just remember it came out when I was
a sausage, egg, and Swiss on like a croissant roll. Ooh. It was very good. Yeah.
So they're trying to they're getting into the Burger King, McDonald's fast food breakfast game.
They are, yeah. I've had McDonald's and Burger King breakfast numerous times, but Wendy's is very good. It gets my endorsement.
I mean, better than Bagel J's.
Oh yeah,
but Bagel J's did also close
J's,
down.
I was never happier than the day that Bagel J's shut down. Yeah, I'm going to reiterate something we were talking about before the podcast started. Bagel J's should have been destroyed years ago. I grew up on Long Island. I grew up on good bagels, egg sandwiches.
Yeah.
I went to Bagel J's once, and I go to get a sausage, egg, and cheese. And I just said, "Can I please have a sausage, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel?" And the guy's just like, "Oh, is that like a number 5? Is that?" I'm like, I've told you all the ingredients. I think you can figure it out. Eventually, he got there, and what he did, he took some raw eggs, put them in a plastic container, and he didn't even try to hide it. Right in front of me, just puts that in the microwave. Yeah. Like, didn't even take, like, if he had done that in the back, at least, like, there's some shame in microwaving these eggs. Like, I expected them to do it on the grill, like any reputable egg sandwich place.
He microwaved your eggs?
He microwaved raw eggs and the sausage patty and just plopped it down on this bagel.
Did it, wait, so is this an egg that, like, he cracked the egg into a bowl? Or was it, like, already pre-made? They were already
pre-cracked. He had, like, a Cambro of, like, just pre-cracked and scrambled eggs. Like, he just took
I would assume you'd have that for...
Yeah, he just took a ladle full of egg, put it into a plastic container, and put it in the microwave.
Also, the microplastics? Come on, what is this? What are they even doing?
Insane. Like,
I'd rather have a grease from like a 7-year-old cheeseburger on my egg than you put it in a microwave with fucking...
Awful. And I got the sandwich. I ate it. It was horrible. I got in my car. I had to call my friends from Long Island who know good bagel places to vent. I was just calling. I called my mom. Yeah. I called friends from high school. Like everyone.
They've massacred my boy.
Yeah.
Look what they've done to you. Oh my god.
I just wake up. There's a bleeding egg sandwich in my bed next to me. Like the horse head from The Godfather.
Of course. Yeah. They blow up your car one day, but it explodes with like fucking
coffee seeds.
Poppy seeds.
No, I remember the day that I heard Bagel J's was shutting down. I was busy. I wasn't planning on going out to a mic.
Right.
But I'm like, well, I saw that. I'm like, I need to go out so I can go talk about this.
Yeah, 100%.
And excitedly drove to Good Bar to celebrate Bagel J's shutting down.
I mean, it's as someone from Long Island, that is, I feel like you're, like, that's the, like, if you had any sort of lore or, like, history in, like, a city, it's like you could talk about bagels, you could talk about being Jewish, you could talk about, you know, I mean, you're tall. So
we got good pizza, but, like, here's the thing.
You could talk about drunk driving. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of drunk driving on Long Island. Billy Joel, king of drunk driving.
King of Madison Square Garden and getting there hammered every time.
Oh, yeah.
And not necessarily being a nice guy from what I've heard. I've heard several interactions where he's just a dickhead.
I've heard that. Yeah, a friend of mine met him once, and he was like a big fan of him. And he went up. I thought it was hilarious because he went up to him. He's like, "Hi, Mr. Joel." He called him Mr. Joel, like, which is insane to me.
Like a teacher,
like, a guy that goes by the first name, not Billy.
Billy.
A grown adult that goes by the name Billy does not want you to call him Mr. Joel.
No.
But yeah, he went up. He saw him in a restaurant. He's like, "Hi, Mr. Joel," and he's like, "Whatever."
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's a crab. He seems like a crab.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah. But it's like, it's crazy too, because I don't know if you get this, but that's very much like, I grew up, you know, you heard Billy Joel and everything, and you're like, oh, these are great songs, these are super fun.
Yeah,
but then
you talented.
Like, dude, it's insane. But then you learn more about him as a person, and then you listen to the songs and you're like, this guy fucking sucks. Like, phonetically it sounds good, and there's like, moving out. Like, that's fun to sing along with. But then you're like, wow, we're listening to Sociopath right now, I think.
You know,
But I don't get that with Michael Jackson. Like, it's like he's not good enough to where I don't discount how big of a piece of shit he is.
That's true. You know, he tried to kill himself once by drinking shoe polish.
Michael Jackson or Billy Joel?
No, Billy Joel.
Oh, okay, yes. And that was this. When was this? Is this mid-career or like later on?
I think it was like very early on in his career. Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's a '70s guy. They would fucking putting whatever into their bodies. cigarettes and fucking.
Hey, maybe shoe polish is delicious. I don't know.
It smells good. I love the scent.
It could be. You know,
I huffed it several times.
You guys want to do shots of shoe polish? See what this is about?
We might as well.
Let's do it.
I gotta clean up my insides. Polish it up.
If we take shots of shoe polish, would we be canceled for doing black esophagus?
No.
No? Okay, let's do it.
Only if we started doing a black scent after drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's like that did it. Like it transformed us from the inside.
Oh, God. Dude.
That would be bad.
Drink shoe polish and it makes you do black voice.
But like a minstrel.
All of those minstrel guys would put shoe polish on their face and then also take a shot of it for the voice.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can see it.
Can you hear it, Connor? What would it sound like?
No.
What would it sound like, Connor?
She. I just rewatched Black Klansman last night.
He does it. I was just talking about that.
Yes. Yeah. I just rewatched it. Yeah, and like the opening scene, he did it. Like I'd seen it before, but never since I've watched The Wire.
That's funny.
And like 5 minutes into the movie, he's like, asked the cop, he's like, well, what if one of the other officers calls you the N-word? He's like, well, that happened. She! And it was a good one. He didn't stop until the police chief next to him was like, all right, that's enough.
Right.
That movie is funny.
He lost control in the middle for sure.
He lost in the sauce, dude. At the same time, what's that Gucci Mane quote? You gotta have the sauce, but you can't get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, that's a Gucci Mane quote.
It's a balance. That's Zen Buddhism.
You're having the sauce, but
if you don't, that's what it is. So if you don't have the sauce, you're lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce. And honestly, that is a philosophical quandary that I have yet to understand.
He's a regular Socrates.
He really is,
Gucci Mane, dude.
Gucci Mane.
Speaking of breakfast sandwiches,
what an orator.
Before, best breakfast sandwich I've ever had in this city was at Milkie's. They don't
really.
Yes.
What?
She only did it one time. It was like when the Bills were playing that game in England, so it was like at 8 a.m. our time.
I remember.
She was doing breakfast sandwiches, and they were phenomenal.
Wow,
really.
I
gotta bring them back.
Remedy House ones.
Remedy House, dude. If you want a $15 breakfast sandwich, Remedy House is. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're good.
I spent that entire day at Milkie's because the game was at 8 a.m., but then we were just hanging out the rest of the day. Yeah. I had 2 breakfast sandwiches and then also a regular sandwich later.
God damn.
You got sandwiched up.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner all at Milkie's.
I did, dude. Yeah. I had all 3 meals at Milkie's that day.
Man, you know what that's making me want right now, too? A Bloody Mary. I'm like so hungover and like
Bloody
gross. I need a Bloody Mary.
You guys and your fucking bloodies.
I don't know. I feel like a 4 p.m. game, though. I don't know if I can order a Bloody Mary.
No, it's too late.
PM.
I'm saying it just feels like I needed one 2 hours ago when I was struggling to not throw up everywhere.
Yeah, Bloody Mary is nice. You ever go to at Hot Mama's?
You know what makes me not want to throw up? Tomatoes. Just drinking a full
it's like savory
tomato.
And it's got like this, like the electrolytes.
No, I just think it's funny to like. I mean, I guess tomato soup.
It's like hair of the dog. I would if I woke up and
hair
drank,
of the tomato.
Like a lot, I would be way more energetic right now. Like way more.
You ever go to at Hot Mama's Canteen? They have their own version of the Bloody Mary. It goes by 2 names because it's a movie reference. So they call it the Raging Bouillon, but then also they'll call it the De Niro because of that.
Right.
And it's tomato juice, beef broth, and spicy pickle juice.
What?
Yeah, I had one.
That's savory as shit. That's crazy.
It's great. I love it. I went there because here's the thing. I never go there in the morning, at a time when I would order a Bloody Mary. But
right.
This was when the mic was still running there, that Rachel was running. And I got there. I didn't wake up that day until like 6 p.m.
So it was morning.
Exactly. I'm like, it's the morning for me. I got there. I'm like, I know it's late. Can I get a Bloody Mary? Like, dude. You want to try ours? I'm like, it's pickle juice, beef broth, and tomato. I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, let's go.
Dude, broth in a drink is... That's a good idea. Do it with
bourbon instead of vodka.
Oh yeah. No,
I know. I don't think I've ever had that. That is interesting.
It's very good.
It sounds like something like a '50s athlete would drink. It's one of those things where it's like, we just throw all this together. It's good for you. Put some air on your chest, and then you're like, this is actually poison.
That's something that they would give the athletes at the 1927 Olympics.
Yeah,
right. This is what doping is in our time.
Right. What, did you crack your ankle? Did you sprain your ankle? Fucking eat some of this. Have some of this.
You ever hear the story of like the marathon at like the 1920-something Olympics?
No.
Oh my! It's an insane.
Just the marathon? They had a marathon?
Yes, they had a marathon. It's an insane story. One guy couldn't make it because they gave him
marathoning's part of it. Still,
it is.
right?
That's a marathon.
Yeah, there's marathons in the Olympics.
I don't think I've ever remember hearing it. I'm sorry to interrupt.
But one guy didn't make it to the end of the race because they had given him rat poison intentionally because they thought it would help his performance. Like this was his own coaches. They gave him a tonic of brandy and rat poison. Oh my God. And he collapsed in the middle of the race.
Yeah.
One guy wound up doing most of the race in a car who won it. I don't know the story very well.
Really?
But
I feel like I have heard of this.
He went off the road and got in a car and then they drop him off at the end.
He got lost.
Oh, that's so
got
funny.
in the car, but then they dropped him off. He I don't think he was planning on doing it, but they just dropped him off.
That's so
on
funny.
the track. And he just started running again.
Oh, that's so funny.
Just did a quick look over your shoulder wow, I'm so tired. You just gotta spray some sweat on you. You gotta get the water.
He's got a guy misting him.
Get the huffs and puffs going, dude.
It is funny.
What do you think the best Olympic sport that you can perform in would be? Probably wrestling, right?
That I personally can perform in, or just the best Olympic sport in general?
If you were to have the run-of-the-mill of any Olympic event, and what do you think you would get the best score
that's hard.
I feel like I could do luge.
Luge?
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't really require much effort.
Is it like a bobsled sort of thing?
Yeah,
you're laying down.
Yeah, right.
Straight.
I mean, you are pretty aerodynamic.
Exactly.
If
I point my toe, I got this in the bag.
Do they have power walking still? That seems pretty easy.
I think they might. I think it might be only women's.
Right.
Oh, then I would crush it.
Yeah.
I would do great at any of the women's sports, to be honest. Can I do women's boxing? Is that an option?
Not in Algeria. You can't.
I think women's boxing would be my choice.
I think you could crush in women's boxing.
I think that would probably be my best Olympic sport.
You just have to go in drag, and then you're like, I am a woman. I identify as a woman, and then you're good.
No, dude,
Put some fake tits.
No, you just asked me which one would I most likely get the gold medal for.
You gotta
it would
play.
100% be women's boxing.
Are you okay? So not even.
What are you, dude? Fucking
what
racist
am I?
or something? I can't. What?
There's some dumb Olympic events too. What's that one where it's half skiing and then also half shooting?
What is?
What
is it the biathlon?
That's the biathlon.
That's insane.
What the fuck?
Skiing and then after you ski, immediately shoot a target.
How do you come up with that?
I don't know.
It's probably some dumbass Norse national sport or something.
Oh yeah.
It was just really popular in Denmark when Denmark mattered, so they got it in.
Also, a biathlon and a triathlon is three of the most common ways of actually traveling by human means. A biathlon is all right, we're gonna have you ski, and then you can shoot something.
Is swimming the most common way to travel? I don't know anybody who's ever swam.
I don't know about
work.
But it's I feel like swimming is the
What about
Sprite.
an underwater welder, dude?
The scuba
your
guys.
ass, dude.
They're scary.
Shawn Lutz doesn't know shit.
I feel like that's the ultimate dirtbag move is to try and become an underwater welder. Because I've heard a million people say those guys make $300,000 a year,
dude.
And I don't think they actually do, but everyone just says that they do.
It's the dangerous jobs where it's no one who's signing up for this sort of thing.
It's a scumbag's idea of a lot of money. Dude, they make $75,000 a year, and it's for jobs that hard and dangerous, but they're 75 big ones.
This man just put down a down payment of $15,000 on a house.
I'll pay off my mortgage in 20 to 25 years with a salary like this. I'm telling you.
You know who actually used to do underwater welding? Josh J.
What?
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, he was. He briefly did underwater. I think it was when he was in the Air Force. They had him doing it.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Isn't that the Navy's job?
That's the least in the air that you could be. Is
I don't
under
know
the
if I'm
ocean.
supposed to be disclosing this, but he was an engineer at Guantanamo Bay.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. So he was underwater boarding.
Nice.
Waterboarding.
Nice,
dude.
That's
Yo,
good,
fucking dude. Come on,
fucking
bro.
that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Not too hungover to make those
No,
fucking
dude.
gold nuggets.
Yeah,
Man,
dude.
I wish he would still come around. I haven't seen him in.
I thought he moved to
Yeah,
New
it's
York,
been a
or did they
little
come
bit.
back?
No, he's dating Chantel, and they just don't really come out anymore.
I thought but doesn't he live in?
he briefly moved to New York, but he's back.
Oh, okay.
He moved back like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
By
I haven't
the way-
seen either of them in a really long time.
You
I
called
saw him like I
What,
want to.
Scandinavian.
Oh, I was right.
Biathlon is-
Scandinavian.
It's a military thing that they do.
Fucking dumbass military thing.
Combined skiing and rifle marksmanship.
Yeah, dude, we need to have that. We need to have a waterboarding competition.
Who can last the longest without dying?
Olympic waterboarding. Dude, America's taking home that gold medal every year.
It's the chain gang run. Like you all have to be strapped
We
together.
take home the gold if we're the ones doing the waterboarding.
Yeah,
It's about how long you can make it.
Yeah, so-
I want
so-
to say Iraq's taking home the gold.
Yeah, no, they have the most experience.
Yeah,
They
dude. No,
do.
but it's like a combination. It's like you have to so one team does it to
like the quarterback and the lineman sort of thing.
Yeah,
like
there's an offense-defense element.
Okay.
So
you're
both
doing
matter. Both
Okay.
matter.
for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely America taking gold and Iraq taking silver.
Would it be silver? I mean, because do the teams meet in the is there a bracket system where
yeah. Like I imagine it'd be like any other team sport in the Olympics.
right?
Or
It's probably based on time.
It'd be teams of two, but based on time.
Yeah.
So you have
okay.
you have
Like a time trial.
somebody takes the waterboarding from
Right.
the other team, and somebody gives the waterboarding.
Oh,
to the
so each team has two athletes.
two athletes.
And one is
Boarder
the
and a
waterboarding.
boardee.
The
Yes,
board-
exactly, and then they're timed, and then whoever lasts longer.
right.
So
And
there's
then
an element the offense matters. You
yeah,
have to
the
be able to-
boarder turns into a pseudo coach. It's almost like a ring man.
Yeah.
You got your guy in the corner. It's like, you can fucking do it.
Yeah,
Don't
dude,
you
can
fucking drown
imagine-
on me.
You take off the fucking towel or whatever the fuck you're using, and then give him more water.
You must be parched
Yeah, you thirsty?
from drowning all day.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I had a very intense training regimen of 8 cups of water a day.
Yeah.
It's just how I do it, you know. I'm a man of my sport. I'm looking for excellence.
Yeah.
That is funny. I was thinking of that as a premise of I told you with the football stuff, but it's just greatness in any sort of field is kind of silly when there's guns and bombs and stuff.
Yeah, and it's also
I can jump really high, and it's
I
can also shoot you with a gun.
Yeah.
So your jumps don't really mean much.
But it
to
is
me.
funny too that there is somebody out there in the torture community who's considered the GOAT.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I mean?
Sure.
There's definitely somebody who if you talk to a guy who works at Guantanamo torturing Iraqis all day, and he's like, man, you had to see him. You had to see. Yeah,
you really gotta have a precision
back in
pour.
the 80s, man.
Man.
Oh, this guy was back before they before they stopped letting us really let loose. Arthur over here was a goddamn king.
You should have seen him.
The greatest ever. It was a different game back
It was a
then, and he
different
was
game,
the best.
buddy.
Now, let me tell you, though, they don't like it when you do it, but some of the advancements we have made in torture technology over the past 40
social
years,
media and
it's a
everything.
different game.
It makes it,
Yeah, he
The
was.
kids coming up torturing today, they don't know what it was like, all right?
they wouldn't last 2 seconds back in my day.
We didn't have car batteries to hook up to a guy's balls, all right? We had to get on a bike to generate that electricity to shock a man's scrotum. Now they just hook right into the fucking grid. It's bullshit how easy these torturers have it today.
Yeah, dude.
You're telling me you can clamp your nipples and hook it up to a USB? Get the fuck out of here. Where's the real man's power?
Arthur was a real fucking artist with a syringe. I tell you that, brother.
Let me tell you, you give that guy a Bowie knife and just let him go. You get information in 30 seconds flat.
I seen him carve the Mona Lisa on somebody's asshole, dude.
I don't know why
I
everyone who's working at Guantanamo Bay is from Brooklyn for
100%.
some reason, but they are.
They are.
Yeah, it tracks.
That's where they train them. That's the training. That's where they train. It's either Brooklyn or fucking Fort Myers. It's what because that's the
back in my day, we weren't welding underwater. We were welding the Iraqis.
Oh my God. You never seen a man weld like I could weld.
I once watched Arthur weld a man's face to the floor and then leave him there for a week and a half. He welded his asshole shut, though. You ever weld a man's asshole shut? They don't like it. They try to shit and they can't, because the ass is welded.
It all just comes right back up.
You just get one real clean line right down the cheeks. They can't shit, and their feces just builds up, and eventually it'll start coming out their mouth.
And that's how you get them to start talking. You want them to start talking, put that shit out the front.
You ever weld a man's asshole shut? They don't like it. No way, dude.
They're not a fan.
Oh, let me tell you. You tell them, listen, you want the shit to stop coming out of your mouth. You better make some truth start coming out of there.
And they're like, dude, he doesn't speak English. And you're like, oh, shit. You gotta ask him in Iraqi, dude.
Hey, how do you say weld your ass shut in Arabic? Can I get a translator?
Google. Hey, these newfangled kids, we gotta get a kid with Google in here. Where's that young intern? He knows how to work that thing.
How do I say I'm gonna weld your ass shut in Arabic? Oh, God.
Hey, Siri, how do you say if you'd like me to unweld your ass, start talking?
It feels like a kind of cat's out of the bag thing, too. I don't think you can unweld an asshole. Really.
Nah, well, you gotta just make a new hole. It's like you gotta get a new one up there. And that's where Arthur and his Bowie knife comes in.
You can carve some Mona Lisa on your asshole, dude.
You can only really carve the Mona Lisa on a welded asshole. An open asshole, you got all sorts of hairs and everything in there. You want to burn them right off.
It's like a Mad Magazine fold-out, dude. Like...
You ever get those videos recommended to your Instagram reels where it's just like dudes in welding school, and then there's just a guy like, yeah, it's a clean line. I'd hire you.
I know what you're talking. Yeah.
It's just
like, how much you charge?
But for welding a man's asshole shut. There's like a coach in the background. Like, I'd hire you.
That's a clean hole.
I'd hire you at my torture facility. 100%.
R/torture, dude. the enthusiasts. Like, so
R/welding. NSFW.
Question, dude. Is the what's the
optimal heat that I should be welding an asshole shut with?
When I came up, we were told 400 degrees was prime, but now there's new blow torches with 475.
Right.
And I'm not trying to kill the guy.
Right.
I'm just trying to weld his asshole shut.
What is the optimal temperature to get information out of
any help anybody could offer would be great. Thank you.
I imagine the optimal temperature to weld an asshole shut is however hot the coffee and the McDonald's hot coffee was.
100%.
Because if you read the documents in that, that lady who sued McDonald's, it was so hot.
It welded her pussy shut.
It did. It fused her vagina into itself.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
No way.
Yes. It fused her shut. The coffee fused her shut.
I mean, I would sue
Stella Liebeck.
If that happened.
Stella.
That's fucking disgusting, dude.
Oh my God. Well, at least that's the beauty of having two holes, You just got to use the one for both now. If the pussy's swelled shut, then sorry, that's just that you got to work with what you got here. If you're not going to be resourceful.
They're like, she's not going to have kids anyway. She's like 65.
I thought she was even older than that. I thought she was like in her late 70s when it happened.
This is her lottery ticket, honestly. You gotta you buying all these scratch offs.
You got some millions of dollars now,
dude. You're good.
You weren't gonna use it anyway.
Right, that's what.
I think she did die 8 months after.
Yeah, well,
what a waste of money.
Your kids got some cash.
Yeah,
maybe $1 or $2.
What a waste of coffee.
Right?
What a waste of pussy. 75-year-olds got they got some
McDonald's coffee. It might have used to be better, but it sucks.
Oh, no,
it's not great.
Yeah, man.
It's not hot enough. They turned the temperature down too much.
It's just disgusting.
Stella ruined this coffee for us with her sealed vagina.
Stella and her stupid pussy.
That'll happen. That'll
this
happen.
Dumb bitch with her stupid pussy.
Just to be able to get
McDonald's.
a hot cup of coffee. Now I gotta get some lukewarm nonsense.
It is hilarious to be
How
like...
am I going to torture anybody with this shit?
Just be like, to spill something on yourself and to be like, why'd you guys do this to me? That is hilarious. Like, just to be like, this could never be my fault.
Here's the thing,
I will never take responsibility.
In all seriousness, though, they were serving it at a temperature where it's like undrinkable.
No,
like, it would
wouldn't.
burn your mouth if you tried to drink it. Like, the machine was just set way too fucking high.
But was that like nationwide McDonald's, or was it just at this like facility? You had some fucking idiot named like Gerald working the coffee machine, and he put an extra zero on the end.
I'm really not.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
he
just
plays it up to 4,000 degrees.
Yeah.
The McDonald's machines have options for like fission reactions. That some dumbass middle-aged employee can like accidentally like just wipe like some dumbass city in Ohio off the face of the country just because they put like an extra zero on the coffee machine.
That's the problem.
Fucking split an atom, and then fucking Dayton, Ohio's just gone.
They have to build an exclusion.
Industrial, man.
They have to build an exclusion zone around the McDonald's. You ever watch?
It's just Chernobyl.
Yeah, you ever watched Chernobyl on HBO?
Ruled,
I can't.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I want to.
So
I've watched it like 6 or 7 times. It's so they got to bring in Legasov to this McDonald's to help fix it. We need to bring in a bunch of miners to build a heat sink underneath this McDonald's, or the Whopper or the Big Mac grease is going to pollute the river underneath.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. And like they were just like, you're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the people who had to go in there to like fix the shit.
Oh yeah,
That's bad. That's bad stuff.
The scene when Legasov is like yelling at the like government official he's working with, he's like, "Why is this exclusion zone not so much bigger? Like we need to get everyone out of here." He's like, "It was decided." He's like, "And besides, they're all here. We're here." He's like, "We'll be dead in 3 years."
Yeah.
And the guy's just like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, this is a big deal.
Well, because they could fly over it in the helicopter, and then it's like, they're like, we got it. You cannot stay.
Yeah, no, he goes, he's like, fly
working.
directly over it and get us a better view. He's like, don't you dare.
Yeah.
He's like, fly over it or I'll have you shot.
Yeah.
And then,
it's like Stellan Skarsgård or whatever.
I swear to God, if you fly over that in a week from now, you'll be begging for them to shoot you because the radiation will just melt you.
Dude. Yeah. It's a mess. I mean, that might have been the biggest oopsie in like the world.
It was
like our world history.
It was just like it was like a confluence of things, right? Because it was like there was like a fucking dumbass working who didn't know what to do,
right?
And there's like
he put an extra zero on the fusion reactor.
He's trying to make some coffee.
The director of the nuclear plant basically was tasked with doing this safety test that they had been trying to get done for like years. And
ironically, it was very unsafe.
They had to run the reactor at like a very low operating speed for an extended period of time, which causes it to be very unstable. And apparently they're like, oh wait, we can't get it that low yet. We still need power because of like factory demands and whatnot from the government. And then they're like, all right, we can still continue on with the test, which they couldn't have. All the data would have been bullshit anyway.
Right.
Okay.
But at this point, now the night shift is there, who does not know anything about this test or how to do it. They had not been trained.
Yeah.
And so the one guy's like, all right, I'm walking you through it. We're doing this test. And then, they basically broke the reactor.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But the thing is...
It's always third shift. It's always third shift.
There's supposed to be a button that just shuts... In the event you've, fucked it up, you just press it and it jams all the control rods in and just shuts down any reaction that's happening.
Right.
And this is just...
Is this in the show, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about it because I've watched the
HBO
miniseries several times. But basically, the way all of the reactors in the Soviet Union were designed is that when the control rods, which mediate the reaction, are fully out rather than just partially out. Oh. And then when they're first put back in, normally the control rods are made out of... I want to say carbon? I'm not sure, but something that would mediate the reaction. But they have a boron tip on it. And so when they hit the button, that's the first thing that entered the core. Yep. So pressing the shutdown button caused the meltdown and the explosion.
God, that's so dumb.
Yeah.
That's really... That's poor engineering, and that's crazy to be like, this is all good.
I could have made better shit than
that.
Right? They should have had me make the fucking.
Dude, where was OSHA? We had to get OSHA on board with those guys. They didn't have a ton of standards
there. Communists and God hates them. That's why that happened.
Right.
They all deserve to die.
They're red scared. I'm scared. The Ruskies? Wait, you're talking the Ruskies? Those guys are crazy.
Yeah,
the media told me they're the
evil,
bad guys.
They're evil communists, and God hates them.
Did you ever watch John Wick? They're the bad guys. They're always the bad guys.
Have you
ever watched any movie from the 80s?
All my political opinions are just based on John Wick.
The thing is, though, it was a British miniseries, so they're all like Russians that have British accents because it was done by
classic. It's like Rome. Like when you're watching Rome and it's just all British dudes.
Which doesn't ruin it at all for me. I still love the show. Main guy is Jared Harris. You ever watch Mad Men?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the guy who plays Lane Price. The British dude in that. Yeah. He's the main scientist dude in Chernobyl.
Have you ever, dude, he's also in this other show. Have you ever watched The Terror?
Oh my God, yes.
The Terror
recently. It was so good.
It's so good.
I loved it.
Where's that on?
I think it's on Max.
It might be on Max.
No, it might be Prime.
Prime or Max.
The Terror?
I think it's just Terror.
It's like it's like a mini series.
Yeah, it's about a naval expedition in like 1912 up to the Arctic.
No, like it was before then. It was like 1848, I think.
Oh, I've seen
this. I thought it was very early 1900s.
No, it's 19th century. It's like mid 19th century as far as I'm aware.
No, that's the other captain.
That's the other.
There's two boats, and that guy you showed me was the captain of the other boat, and Jared Harris is the captain. But
fuck, dude, where is it?
Were you trying to?
I'm trying to just. Oh, they don't even show the cast down there. But dude, it's so good, and that's like another one of those ones where it's like it's not exactly.
Oh yeah. I know this guy.
It's not exactly like Chernobyl. Because there's like a fantasy element to it.
Yeah, because there's this like Inuit monster that's coming after.
But dude, the super interesting thing is dude,
boaters.
People think because nobody knows what happened because both of the boats were lost and everybody died, and they know where the boats are now, and they think Crozier, who's played by Jared Harris, they're like 90% sure, like his like his cabin is like completely untouched because of pressure, and so like if they want to get in and like find the log to like determine what happened before they left the boats, because they know they left the boats, but nobody knows like what happened after they got stuck in the ice. Because the boats ended up sinking.
And this is what, the 20s, you're saying?
No, it's like...
I just looked it up. You were right. Yeah, it was like 1850.
Yeah, it's like 1850 or something like that.
I think they discovered the wreckage in the 20s. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But it's...
While they were looking for the Titanic, they're like, hey, we got these other ships we fucking just found.
And like, so the show fills in the gaps with like fantasy, like a slight, like minor fantasy element with like Inuit, like...
Well, I'm not into minor fantasies.
Hey,
I'm into illegally aged fantasies.
Well, dude, it wouldn't be an episode of the show if we didn't mention pedophilia at some point.
We gotta sneak it in. I mean, we're over an hour in, hour 7.
But the show is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And the performances are great, but it's another one of those British shows where it's just like
everyone's British.
There's like the same 8 British actors who are like in
everyone's British, but the thing is, it was a British expedition.
Oh, yeah.
So they were supposed to have British accents.
But I'm just saying it's like the same 7 guys who are like in it. Like, it's like, it's like that guy that he showed was also in Rome. And then there's Tobias Menzies, who's in like every British production. Jared Harris.
I think it's actually pronounced Mingus, isn't it? It's like spelled weird.
Yeah, it's fucking spelled super weird. It looks like Menzies, though.
Menzies, Charles Mingus.
But, yeah, it's
Adam.
It's a great show.
Negatus.
Tobias. I thought his name was
Tobias
Menzies.
There's a second season of it. It's like
sucks.
It's like completely unrelated though.
It's
like
really?
a different storyline.
I think they're trying to do like an American Horror Story thing.
Okay. I haven't seen it. They only had the just regular Terror on whatever platform it was in.
And the second one sounds like it would be an interesting concept because it's like it takes place like it's like the Japanese version of like a banshee.
Oh shit!
But like in an internment camp.
That's
during World War II.
Sad.
But the performances suck so hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's all like nobody like.
I mean that's
actors.
That's a hard thing to do.
I watched it because I was so into the first season, but the second season was like fucking boring as shit.
Yeah.
And like you just didn't believe any of the characters like even gave a fuck
about
anything.
Really?
Yeah,
because it's a completely different cast, right?
Yeah. It's like all Japanese. Okay. Can you imagine if just British people playing
the Japanese Americans,
the
Japanese guy?
Yeah. But he's doing the like the Breakfast at Tiffany's voice. The fucking.
Oh my God.
Who's that guy who does the breakfast?
Dick.
I've never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Not Dick Clark. What's his name?
Oh, what the fuck's his name? Bill.
No, it's Dick something.
They should get Dick Clark back as an actor with his full stroke voice.
Yeah, dude.
There's a monster coming after us.
Dude, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Dude, but he doesn't. Yeah, no, get him doing Asian voice.
Yeah.
Asian stroke voice.
Dick Clark
in the
doing
Japanese
layers.
internment camp.
That's so funny. Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney,
Mickey
dude.
fucking
He does the.
Oh my God.
The Chinese.
His name is
he's like
Mr. Unioshi.
And it's Mickey Rooney, dude. And he's got the fucking
crazy.
Dude, he's got like the Buck Deacon. He plays her neighbor. He's got like the fucking big eyebrows.
God.
Oh, dude, it's like
He's wearing a rice patty hat.
Yeah.
Just because.
It's so fucking like it's so
It's
hilarious.
so much.
It's one of the funniest, like unintentionally funniest things ever.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's just accepted.
God.
Like, yeah, we're gonna cast Mickey Rooney as the Asian neighbor, dude.
It's like what is that? Like Schindler's List? How he's the girl with the red jacket, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or there's someone that like gave the food under the fence or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
When's the last time you seen
I don't
Schindler's
know
List?
Mickey Rooney.
I don't remember it super well.
I just don't
I've
get
seen it.
You should.
Not recently.
You should know.
Well, I wasn't in the camps. I wasn't on the list either.
Yeah, right.
He's not even Japanese.
I thought they got all the tall people. They rounded them up. They were like, we want a shorter future.
It's because you're tall.
It's because he's tall. That's why.
All these greedy tall people.
Hey, listen, if they do that, you're coming with me, all right?
I know.
I only got like 2 inches on you.
I honestly would welcome it in a certain way of like, oh, I don't have to choose what I have to do every day. Oh, that's good. I don't know how to make decisions anymore.
Wait, so I'm just curious. Did you just say you would welcome being part of the
Being
Holocaust?
genocide?
It might be fun. It might be fun.
You would welcome
Who
it.
knows? I've never been a part of it. I don't know if it's bad or not.
I would love nothing more than an evening with Dr. Mangala. I'm just saying, he seems like a lovely guy.
He seems smart.
Bringing it back to top tier torturers.
Dude, Mangala's an all-time.
I could learn something from that guy, let me tell you.
Yeah,
He had it really down to a fucking
This Mangala
science.
guy, he was pushing the limits on torture. We could use him down at the Bay.
God, dude.
Too bad he died in Argentina.
Connor wants to be genocided, dude.
yeah. I mean,
He's got like a deep, like
I just want a full
deep-rooted
life experience.
nostalgia for fucking
That's the one thing
Birkenau.
That's the one thing that OJ has never experienced is oppression at a mass scale, in that sort of thing. Like,
Yeah,
he's been a murderer.
you're more oppressed than OJ. for sure.
Right now, at this moment in time, I gotta pay rent, and he's paying free rent in whatever.
Well, he's
Great.
dead.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In whatever place that he went to after this life that is right now.
Florida. I imagine the afterlife for
Florida.
OJ is just back in Florida.
He's probably the only person in heaven, actually.
Yeah.
He's on a golf
No,
course.
he was the only one that got it right. Yeah, everyone else.
No, God's
It's like, no, you're
God's
supposed to kill each other.
Well, the glove didn't fit.
You know that wasn't actually the line. The line, if the lawyer never actually said, if the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
I mean,
Who
that is
said
some
it?
fucking.
So here's the thing: he was
That
doing
sounds
shit.
like a poem.
He was doing shit with a glove, and the glove didn't fit.
Right.
But there was another thing with like a hat, or like where it was a different hat, and he said, if it does not fit, you must acquit.
Right.
But he wasn't actually referring to the glove when he said that.
I mean, it still seems like a fucking Dr. Seuss rhyme. That
Oh yeah,
is a little bit out of
absolutely.
place in that
Yeah,
context.
it's just the lawyer's like, how can I make all of my legal arguments rhyme?
Oh my god, he just starts rapping his final. It's like a Hamilton
I
performance.
can't even think
by the
of
end
what
it.
his name is, but I just think of him as Jackie Childs from Seinfeld.
Oh, no, it's
because he's
what-
based off of him.
It's
Johnny Cochran.
yeah.
That's his name.
Well, oh no, or I was thinking, what's it? Kardashian. Was it
Yeah,
the
Kardashian
Kardashian
He was
dad?
he was another lawyer on the team,
Oh, he was
but
on
he
the
didn't
team.
do the
I
glove
have another
line.
one.
He didn't.
Right. Yeah,
Can
you're
you
good.
grab me one too?
Go for it.
Yeah, Robert Kardashian. He was a lawyer.
AKA David Schwimmer.
Let his license lapse, but he was
Oh my
friends
God,
with
really?
OJ, and so went and renewed his license so he could be on the legal team for the OJ
That's
trial.
crazy.
But
He's a free agent.
I'll take the blueberry. Thank you. But yeah,
he signed to the practice squad of the.
There was a
OJ.
whole legal team. There was this guy, Robert Shapiro.
Yeah.
There was Johnny Cochran,
Yeah.
and then also Alan Dershowitz, who was Epstein's lawyer. Also,
Yep. Only the best, you know. Only the pros.
I mean, yeah, it worked. They just got the best lawyers in the country, and they got them off.
Yeah. I mean, and it is crazy. It's like to be a defense lawyer for someone who has murdered someone at that high profile of a case, to be like, nah, whatever, I'll get a really big payday and I'll like feel satisfaction of winning this. But like there's just, to defend someone like that is crazy.
You think he did it?
I think there's a good shot that he did it.
Of course.
I don't know about the 100% certainty that he did not. But
he did that shit.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it's one of those things where it's like, I know obviously like CD lawyer sort of shit, like, you know, that's a bit of running gag or whatever. But like to like put yourself in that, like your mental in that position to be like, nah, I gotta do my job today. Just fucking like, you're not working for Nazis, but it's like not super far from that. You know what I'm saying?
He only killed 2 people. It's not that many.
It's not like he did a whole genocide or whatever. Then I would feel bad.
What's a couple murders between friends? What
Right.
murder?
What murder?
And one of them was his wife.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, if I could kill my wife, you know what I'm saying? That's the lawyers. That's how the lawyers would say that. Not me. I don't have one of those. And I would never kill anyone.
Can't afford a lawyer.
Personally. You can't afford a lawyer? I can't afford a fucking wife. Hey, you know what I mean?
Hey.
All those dinners. Wait, let's go stay inside and watch the game one time. Whatever. So what? What's next? What's next for Shawn Lutz?
Yeah, we're getting to that point.
What do you want
done.
out of life?
Oh, what's next is we're going to watch the Bills game.
No,
hell yeah.
I mean directly after this, yes. But for the 6 months, 6 months down the line, are we going to the Bills parade?
Yeah,
Are we doing?
I'm in. We're winning the Super Bowl.
We're winning the
this
Super
is our
Bowl.
year.
That's
and I
the
know
prediction.
everyone in Buffalo says this every single year. But
Yeah.
one of them, it's got
One
to
of
be
them.
right. So if we just keep saying
Yeah.
this is our year every year,
Yeah.
eventually we can just will it into existence.
Yeah, it's like the Russian roulette in a way. I feel like Buffalo is, but it's like instead of one bullet, it's all of them except for one.
Yeah, it's Russian
And the
roulette,
one where we
but
miss
it's
is
with
like
a Glock.
Russian roulette with a semi-automatic rifle. Just fucking. Oh my god! Pass it around the table, dude.
Playing Russian roulette with a Thompson submachine gun.
That's hilarious.
Shoot your bowler cap right off, dude. My fedora. Oh my god. But yeah, no. So, do you have anywhere that people can find you?
Or
what
shows
is-
coming up right now?
Shows
You
coming
can
up.
hit me up on Instagram. I'm Shawn
Yeah.
Lutz 314.
DM
Got a
him.
show at Sad Boys Brewing December 21st.
Oh,
Come out to that.
shit.
This
Hell
will come
yeah.
out before then. This will come out in 2 days.
Yeah, it comes out on Tuesday.
All right, come to the brewery, folks.
Get drunk if you're in Buffalo, and also if you're not in Buffalo, just get drunk.
Yeah, if you're anywhere, but yeah, get drunk.
Just-
Go to the top of a mountain so that with the pressure you can get drunk on less alcohol.
Right.
And that's a bargain.
Yeah.
And that's a bargain
Yeah,
deal.
go to Mexico City or Denver so you can get drunk for less money.
Mile High, dude. But they gotta offset the charges, I'm sure.
Probably.
Yeah, if you're that far up, like you gotta factor that into your local economy.
You know, in Utah, you can't get a double if you go into a bar.
Really?
Yeah,
Just
you're not allowed to get more than one serving size.
I'll
in a
take
sing-
2 then.
Oh,
I mean,
don't they call
Utah's
it? It's like
also-
a sunset state or whatever.
Yeah, Utah's
too. Like-
also weird about alcohol because they're all Mormons.
Yeah, that's what my brain went first.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I feel
Mormons
like
and Sundance. That's all I know about
Yeah.
Utah. And like some fucking mountains.
Up until recently,
Skiing?
like they couldn't even have regular bars. You could only get alcohol at like these places where you like had to be a member.
Oh my god, like a fucking speakeasy. It's like your social clubs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
had to be like a member of of a social club in
That's
order to
insane.
be served
But
alcohol.
they had like liquor stores and stuff, right?
I assume so.
I would imagine. I think that if there's anything that is American, like purely, it is like a seedy liquor store, just
I'd
with
imagine
bars
they've
on
got
the
a
window.
few. You know what they have a ton of in Utah though is like these soda shops where like you'll get soda and then they'll like add shit to it to like
of course.
zhuzh up the soda because
Yeah.
most people in Utah don't drink because they're all Mormons.
Right. They just have multiple wives. They don't drink.
And they're adding like half and half to Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, dude, that is really funny.
I did hear about that.
I want to try it. It seems like it might be good.
We had that at work. That's some people at my work were like the pre-Thanksgiving, like the Mormon Thanksgiving, where there was like soda.
You had a Mormon Thanksgiving at work?
Yeah.
Do you work with Mormons?
Nope. They just thought it was funny and cool. Maybe not funny, but it was one of those things like, let's try it. It's like a fucking TikTok
I feel like it would be good. I'd try it.
I did not partake.
No?
Because you had to bring your own like soda.
Set of wives?
Stuff. Yeah. You had to bring your own.
Well, it is so funny that like they're like
you gotta fuck through a hole in the sheet.
All those religions where it's
that's
like
an Orthodox Jewish thing.
That's Jewish thing.
All those like dry religions they're just like everybody's got their vice because they are just apparently like polyamorous freaks.
Yeah, well, I think it's soaking. That's where that's Mormon.
Soaking's a Mormon thing. Yeah, the hole in the sheet is a thing. I don't know if it's
crazy.
true or not. It might be a rumor.
Insane.
I'm not an Orthodox Jew,
dude.
But like super religious Jews, there's a rule where you're not allowed to touch a member of the opposite sex unless you're either married or a family member, like under any circumstances. So Orthodox Jews cheating on their wives would put a sheet between them and cut a hole in it. I have no idea if it's true or not.
That's bullshit too, though. You're still touching.
Yeah. Okay.
No. There's no physical contact.
How are you? You're fucking them.
I didn't even see. I'm fucking a ghost. This is a ghost.
You stick your dick through the sheet when she breathes on it? Like what?
Oh my God.
She's like,
I guess theoretically, if you're wearing a condom, I guess you could fuck someone without touching them.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know or is it like a glory hole thing where you're like, I don't know if that's a woman?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
How am I supposed to know if I'm getting sucked off right now? I don't know.
Men have mouths. I don't know whose mouth it is.
Okay, so with that logic, it is much easier to be a gay man cheating on your wife as an Orthodox Jew than cheating on it with a woman.
Thing is, I don't think Orthodox Jews are real cool with gay shit.
No, but that's the thing. It's if it's in the loopholes.
They got all the curly cues, dude. What? Come on.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
That would be funny if gays started just wearing a payas. They just stole that from Orthodox Jews.
It's in this year, dude.
They got rainbow yarmulkes now. They do.
Orthodox chic.
Oh my God. Orthodox Sikh. And with that, that's the end of the podcast.
Goodbye.
Thanks, folks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks
Bye.
for coming, Shawn. Good time.
Thanks for coming. Have a good one. Go Bills.
Go Bills.